So I'm deciding to make a video and do like a little IGTV video or whatever. Longer video than my little stories. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, let's cancel Hot Girl Summer. And I know some of y'all not gonna be on board with it, but we should. It's time. It's time to cancel that culture. Cancel that culture of like exploitation and trying to make it seem like that's all we about. And I don't care about Cardi B. I don't care about none of them. I don't care about none of that. Megan Thee Stallion. I don't care about none of that. We need to stop operating in that energy like that's how we really live and get down, because that's not even the case. And for the ones that do really live like that and get down like that, that ain't even how you really want to live, but that's how you choosing to live, because you coming from a hurt place. You dwelling out of your hurt and your anger. You operating out of your lower self. Because anybody that really is respecting what these women is putting out here, yeah, it's a fun song, it's catchy, nice hook, whatever the case may be, but that culture for real, as far as taking it serious, would you really want your daughter operating like that? Would you really want anybody that you take pride and joy in really operating like that? Or even yourself? Like, fuck out of here. That time is over with. Like, we need to be standing up and saying, nah, because ain't nobody else culture doing that. And it's not even about it. It is in a sense about culture, but at the same time, like, us as women, black women especially, we have this take back ownership of who we are and what we stand for. And that's not really what we stand for. Like, Hot Girl Summer is not really what we stand for. Hot Girl Summer, let me be quite honest, Hot Girl Summer is for all the single bitter bitches. That's just what it is. Even if you single, if you're not bitter, you're not operating like no hot girl. You really not. Only people that's operating like hot girls is single bitter women, or even married bitter women. Women that's operating out of their lower selves. Let me just be quite honest. That's the only reason that you feel like that is cool. That ratchet type city girl 2.0 lifestyle. That shit is over with. That shit is trash. And I'm tired of just like nobody saying nothing. Like, everybody making it okay. It's not okay. I'm not saying everybody. Don't let me put everybody in a box. But majority of people making that kind of culture okay. Making that reality a norm. And it's not a norm. It's not at all. And it's time for us to be like, fuck that. That ain't what we about. It's definitely not. I seen a documentary. It was talking about what was that documentary we watched, Erica, yesterday? Mothers of the Garden or something on Netflix. And it was just like these women were talking about like their great grandmothers, their mothers, their grandmothers and stuff like that, and just talking about how extraordinary these women was and how they really was pillars for their family and really matriarchs for their family. And that kind of energy is what we need to really get back to. As you see, the world has vastly changed right before our eyes, and it was like we had no say so over. No, I'm not gonna say we didn't have no say so, but we became numb to and acceptable and accepted what was being given to us. After a while, if you starving for so long, after a while you'll eat whatever is given to you. But you know that's not what you eat, especially if you know that before you were starving, you came from a place where you ate the best of the best and you well nourished. You wouldn't be okay with that. But you're okay with that because you're in a place of starvation, so you'll take whatever is given. And we're not that anymore. We gotta stop taking what people try to put on us. Nah, that ain't me. And be okay with that. Like, it's cute and all. I mean, no, it's not cute. Don't get me wrong. It's like funny. It's, you know, oh, that's fun. But when you really think about what they're saying, the energy they're putting out, and the thing and the messages that they pushing, what the fuck? Is what you really think about. Like, what type time y'all on, for real? Who is doing this, and who is allowing y'all to do this? Who is allowing this? It's not okay. It's not okay. And it's time for people to start saying certain stuff is not okay. Just like how everybody be shocked that these police is killing, you know, shooting us dead in the middle of the street. Yeah. Okay, let's be shocked about all the other stuff that go on in our community too. Let's start saying stuff about that too. And let's stop making that so normal. Because it's really not. And it's quite sick, to be quite honest. And it's like, but we take it and we accept it. And we do nothing about it. We do nothing. We do nothing. Even if you ain't with it, you ain't doing nothing to change it. Me included. Like, sometimes, I know, I'ma just be honest. At one point, yeah, I was operating like a hot girl. But the only reason I was operating like that is because I wasn't willing to deal with self. I didn't want to deal with who I had become. And I didn't want to deal with the hurt or the pain or whatever that transpired to get me to hot girl summer. You understand? Like, people don't really be wanting to talk about that part. You want to talk about we out here, we in the streets, we kicking it, what? You doing what? Okay, that's cool. How'd that work out for you? I can tell you how it worked out for me. It never worked out good. Especially like when you get on a type of energy where it's like, fuck it. When you be like, fuck it. Now, if you saying fuck it, like, you know what, I'm not gonna let that get to me. I'm not gonna allow this to break me down. I'm not gonna allow this to become who I am. Then that's a different story. But if you like, fuck it, I'm doing whatever, I'm out here, I'm just fuck these niggas, blah blah blah, fuck everybody, and you know, I don't got time for nobody, blah blah blah, I'm doing me, that type energy, sis, it don't work out. You ain't even gotta tell me the story, because I know it don't work out. Why? That's only when we do turkey burgers. But yeah, it really don't work out. And please, let's normalize like older women giving young girls game. Like, what happened to that? It be like the older women be in competition with the young girls, so you can't even give them no guidance, because you competing for the same thing. And I understand, like, it's a different day, and more of our grandmothers are more, you know, youthful, young. But at the same time, come on. Ain't nothing new up under the sun. So why don't you give that wisdom of the life lessons you learned to the young ones? And stop being so worried about, oh, she gonna take the one I'm going after. Because what's for you is for you. And it's just a shame that we don't do enough of, like, putting each other up on game. That's as simple as it gets, like putting each other up on game. There's no way that as a younger woman, you see these girls out here having babies left and right, men in and out, that if you got a older cousin, a older aunt, mother, of course your mother gonna give you, most mothers that I know gonna give you some game. But as far as when it comes to personal stuff, relationship wise, I know that I don't share everything with my mother, even though I share, when it comes down to it, I share what I need to, but I don't share everything with my mother. I don't share all of my intimate details of the things I go through in relationships with my mother, because it's just not a comfortability for me personally. Maybe other people have that comfortability, but I don't. But it's not like I got maybe I do, or maybe I just don't reach out, but I just never had that person that was just like, maybe not super old, but like older than me, that just gave me wisdom about just relationships. And that's just me being honest. And I ain't throwing shade at nobody, but that's just real. I didn't have nobody who just really was just like pull my coattail, like, hey. Like I got older cousins and older aunts, but they kind of like in the same range, same age range. Not to be funny, but they going through relationship stuff too. Damn near the same things. So, it's like it was just a disconnect. Now, don't get me wrong, God has always showed me. Once I ask for guidance, He has always shown me how to operate. But when I know I want to do how I want to do, I'm not coming to God, and I'm just being real. Like, let's just be real. I'm not coming to God because I want to be on some trash. I'm operating out of my lower stuff. I feel hurt. I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm whatever. So I know that, no, I'm not praying about this situation. Let me just be real. I'm not praying about this situation. No, I'm moving how I want to move. But that's the ignorance. That's the ignorance of not trying to really properly hear yourself and grow. And that's just the truth. And people don't say that part. People don't say that part like, yeah, I was on some trash because I wanted to be on some trash. Period. But what we try to do sometimes as people, we try to place blame. Oh, this happened, that's why I did that. No, you did that because you wanted to do it. You did it because you wanted to do it. Ain't no other reason. You have free will, choice. You don't never have to choose to go left when you can go right. Don't never have to choose that. But as people, sometimes we do. And everybody's human. So, of course, every decision you may make may not be the right one per se, looking at it hindsight, but it's the right one to get you where you need to be. Because whatever decision you do make, it damn sure gonna teach you a lesson if it's something that you're missing, and if it wasn't the right choice. Because I always say every good and bad thing works out for the greater good of oneself. I always say that, because at the end of the day, regardless if you make a good choice or a bad choice, it's either a blessing or a lesson. You either get blessed by making the right choice and moving properly, or you learn a lesson by making the wrong choice. But either way, you learn from it, you grow from it, and it makes you better. It makes you better if you allow it to. But a lot of times we stunt our own growth. We stunt our own growth because sometimes people like to sulk in their pity. Oh, this is not working out for me. Woe is me. Every time I try to do it. And what does that mean? I mean, give up, die? I mean, all right, everything else to shit? No. What that mean is you're going to stay there until you think differently or do differently. You're going to stay in that situation until you get yourself out of it. Simple as that. Whether it be going to the Lord about it and praying about it and finding your clarity, or it be, hey, this is not where I want to be, this is not a good feeling for me. Or you allow yourself to deteriorate, because when you go through something and you don't heal yourself properly, it shows, because it deteriorates you in the inside out. Everything works inside out. So what you'll start to notice is, okay, I'm not feeling good. I'm not in a good mood. Good mood, a not good mood turn into every day not feeling good. Now you depressed. Now that depression starts to take over your body. Now your body start to ache. Now you complaining. Now it's gonna keep going in a downward spiral until you recognize and say, nah, I can't do this no more. You either gonna call out for God's help, or you gonna help yourself. Help yourself. You gonna help yourself and say, nah, I'm not doing this today. Let me get up. Let me change my way of thought. Nah, let me stop complaining. Let me figure this out. And that's what it turns into. But as far as adopting a culture, let me stay back on task. As far as adopting a culture that never really was your own, we are not meant to be like doggish women. Never was inbred in us. If anything, we was the most nurturing, most kind-hearted, most spiritual, and just loving women on the planet, if you want to be quite honest. But over time, of feeling like, okay, we don't get the respect from society. We don't get the respect from the culture. We don't get respect from our men. We don't even get respect from our children. So why should we care? Why should we care? Let's just be quite honest. That's just reality of what it was. And I say was as in past tense because it's no longer. It's no longer. At least not for me. And it shouldn't be for you. It really shouldn't. It doesn't serve us anymore. That way of thinking doesn't serve us anymore. It really doesn't. And regardless if you're not where you want to be, you're not who you want to be, it doesn't mean that you have to operate as though you're not. Because no matter if I'm not in the position that I want to be in, I'm going to continue to operate as though I am. You want to know why? Because the more I look at what I don't have or what I am not, the more that I become that. The more that I look at what I do have and what I do want to be and who I truly am, the more I become into myself. And that's one thing that I had to understand. That's one thing I really had to understand. And it took me a while, because just growing up, I felt like I had like a different personality from other people around me. And I think that at some point I was ashamed of who I was. And at some point I was ashamed of like being me completely being me. That's just the truth. But once I got over the fact that at the end of the day, no matter, you don't feel good when you're not yourself, and you don't feel good when you're trying to be somebody else. So why not just be you? Why not just be you? It didn't click for me until I stopped trying to hide behind other people's shadow. Oh, oh, they got this, or they doing this, or they're this, or whatever the case may be. And I would try to mimic that because you see the glow on them, because they operate in who they are. They operate in who they are. Regardless of what it is, they could be whoever. What draws your eyes because you feel like you lack something that they have. So essentially you try to become that. To see if you can get that same feeling. When all you have to do is stand in your purpose and stand in your truth and stand in who you are, and everything will come together. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't mastered it to a T, but I damn sure came a long way. And I stopped hiding behind the fact of, okay, is this how my mom want me to be? Is this how my dad want me to be? Is this the person that society want me to be? Or is this all of these labels and things that be put upon you that diminish your character? Just to be quite honest. And maybe not diminish your character, but diminish you as a person. Maybe that's not the right word, but diminish you as a person, because ultimately you put on all these masks and you never really see yourself. You have to take all of that stuff off to see yourself. You lose a sight of who you are when you try to be everything else. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with trying to experience stuff and see that if it resonates to you. That's different than trying to become someone else because you're not happy with yourself. There's a big difference. Big difference. So that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to say that Hot Girl Summer is canceled. It's officially being canceled. And yes, I said it. The shit is canceled. That shit is a wrap. Let's operate in a different kind of frequency. It's time. It's just time. We too solid to be out here. You ain't getting shamed like that. And it's not even funny no more. It's not cute. It's not even funny. I know I said before, like, oh, no, but it's really not. And it's really just pathetic that we think so little of ourselves. And I'm not gonna say everybody do, but the imagery is so important, because what you intake with your 5 senses is what you output. So what you see, what you watch, what you hear, you are intaking that internally, regardless if you saying, I'm not no hot girl, I'm not no city girl. But if you listen to that trash every single day, if you watching the videos every single day, if you going to, the clubs and the concerts and all of that stuff and participating in it, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're becoming a part of that, a part of the problem. So let's stop subscribing to it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like good music, but at some point it's like we gotta say, like, God damn, this shit is trash. Like, yeah, it got a catchy beat, but listen to what the fuck she's saying. Like, who was doing that? Who raised you? Who raised you? And to be quite honest, nobody raised them. Nobody raised them. We need to get back to it takes a village. Because if your mama didn't pull your coattail and tell you that what the fuck you doing is goofy, somebody else should have. And nobody should be getting praised for ignorance. Like, let's stop doing that. Like, can we make that a new norm? Like, stop praising people for ignorant shit. Like, the shit is getting beyond me. Like, and it's irritating because it'd be like, this is some nut ass shit. And then we look at ourselves as a whole, and then we wonder why we getting judged like how we do. Like, cancel that. It's time to cancel it. All these conscious people, cancel that shit. Everybody want to be woke, but nobody doing nothing while they up. Shit don't make sense. And I'm speaking myself included. Because I say, oh yeah, I know a lot of fucking information, but what am I doing with the information? Hmm? Hmm? Don't get me wrong. God not done with me. That's for sure. God not done with me. But at the end of the day, enough is enough. And then I started seeing. I try to stay off of the news and just watch the stuff, because if you really look at what's going on around the world, I know a lot of times our main focus be whatever is in our algorithm on our phone. But if you catch a little glimpse of what's going on around the world, shit ain't getting better. Shit getting worse. The shit is hitting the fan, if you want to be quite honest. And where you think that shit gonna fly to? Shit gonna land on you. You don't do something about it. You don't do something about it, shit gonna land on you. All that ghetto ratchet shit, we gotta let that shit go. Enough is enough. Like, let's really polish up and be better and do better and get better. Like, the world is ours and everything in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't perfect. I still make bad decisions. But I take my L's in private as much as possible. But the ones you do see, my bounce back game is tremendous. You understand me? My bounce back game is tremendous. The ones you see in public, my bounce back game is tremendous. The people that's been around me, that seen me take L's, you see me. I'm never laying down. Nobody's never gonna, no, I'm not laying down. I'm not laying down. Nobody's gonna lay me down neither. Or line me up. Psh, period. And I mean that. But I hope you guys have a good night. I love you. I'm gonna make my daughter something to eat. We're gonna chill. And to be quite honest, this is just a side note. Like, being at home, this quarantine, made me realize that we give so much of our fucking life away to a job that, to be quite honest, don't pay you your worth. I don't care if you make $100 an hour. That's still not your worth. Like, So do something you love. Like, do something you love that you don't care about the pay, and it don't matter to you. That's what I'm trying to get to. God willing, let me find my way. I am finding my way. I'm finding my way there. And I'm gonna be doing something I love to do. That I get up every day, no matter what the pay is. And be happy go lucky. But this 9 to 5 regular job shit is for the birds. You understand me? It's for the birds. I can have that shit back. See y'all.